What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube. I don't have a theme song, so let me create my own theme song. That's my theme song. Welcome back, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Please keep subscribing, share the video, like the video, comment, and turn on the post notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a new video. So, how are you guys? What's happening? What's going on? We know what's been happening on social media. Not a lot, but a couple of things happened. Random things like that, back and forth between. I think the highlight of this week was Phyna's back and forth with Princess. It was it was a or no, it was an interesting back and forth. Yeah, it was an interesting dragging session. And I was there to witness everything. I already made a video about this on TikTok. But I'll just speak on it briefly and then we'll move to other topics. We have the real housewives of Lagos. Then there's this yacht controversy going on about how the federal government budgeted 5 billion naira for a yacht, for a presidential yacht, and then news came out that the House of Reps they didn't approve it, and you know what? I'll get into it when I come back fully, but you get the drift. Then what are we going to be talking about? New movie recommendation. There's this movie I saw, and I would like to recommend. Even though people are watching it, but I really enjoyed it. Then we'll talk about some other things, some other things that I feel has been going on. And then there's this trending something about married men in Lagos. Is it in Lagos or married men in Nigeria generally? Yeah, we'll get into that. So stay tuned, you guys, and watch. Thanks. So, about the back and forth, the whole back and forth between Phyna and Princess. I don't really want to talk much about it because I already spoke extensively on it on my TikTok. I'll tag my TikTok account so you guys can check it. I'm just going to say something about Phyna. Number one, I don't think she has a management. Honestly, I don't think she has a management because the kind of person she is, I think she's a reactive person. She's somebody that cannot overlook things. She's somebody that if you poke her, she has to respond. Somebody like her does not need to be on Twitter. She does not need to be on Twitter. If she's on Twitter, she doesn't need to have access to her Twitter account. Sometimes I compare her with Davido because Davido too is money. I don't let me not even speak on Davido. But I feel like his management too, they are doing him a great disservice. They are doing him a great disservice. Honestly, they are not protecting him enough, in my opinion. They are not protecting Davido enough. So I always liken him to Phyna as well. Davido too is somebody that will always go off. I've said it before on my Twitter, on my YouTube, that Davido is not like Whiskey. Whiskey doesn't respond to Jack, and that is why he has so much respect in the industry now, because he's not in your face like that. I mean, he's not always here commenting, responding to people. He drops his music and that's it. He posts pictures on Instagram and he doesn't even caption his picture sometimes. So you don't know what's going on in his life. He doesn't talk to you, doesn't interact with anybody. So the smallest interaction you see from him makes news. Always so big. So he has gotten to a certain level in the industry now that a lot of people respect him. Even people that he met in the industry respect him. So that's why I always liken Phyna's situation with Davido's situation. They are reactive. They are both reactive, and they will always go off. That's why I feel like their management team, there's something up with their management team, and they're not protecting their assets enough. These people, these stars, they are their assets. They're not protecting them enough. And if Phyna does have a management team, I think she needs to change them. She needs to change them. She needs people that are well established in the industry. that are already grounded in the industry. And when she first came out of the house, I saw that she had a meeting with Temple Management. I don't know why she didn't sign with them, or I honestly don't know why she didn't sign with them. But she needs people that are already grounded in industry. Even on my TikTok, I was like, why can't she take pointers from Nengi? I feel like Nengi's management too, they are already established and grounded. So there is no way your manager will talk to you and you will not listen. You will always listen to your manager. That is huge, already huge, and you see them, they have this array of stars under them that they're managing. So you too, you will listen. You will listen. Because Phyna has this huge potential to actually really, really blow beyond the BBN tag. She does. She does. She does. She's a hard worker. I've seen some of her movies. She's a great actress and all of that. So that's what, honestly, that's what I think. She needs, if she is under any management right now, she needs a better management. She needs a better management. She doesn't need to be on Twitter. Like Burna Boy said, Burna Boy too is a reactive person. He's a reactive person. So I saw his interview and he was like, he's not on Twitter anymore. That his management team took away his Twitter password from him. He doesn't have the new password. That is what a management is there for. When they see you are about to go off, they just take your Twitter away from you. So if you want to go off, go and take a book and write whatever you have in your mind to tweet. Put it in your book. And something I also suggested to Phyna, if she feels like she needs to go off, she should just get a jotter or a journal, go off in her journal, close it, and just assume that you've responded to the person. You don't need to be responding to people every single time. It's just it causes see finish if people see you every time arguing with people. And I don't think multinational companies and all of these companies would want to associate with somebody that they think is a ticking time bomb that can go off at any time, especially when you are not already established. People like Davido can afford to go off because they are already established and well grounded in the industry, but she's just coming up. So I don't know. If she does have a management, she needs to change them. And if she doesn't, she needs to get a better management. She knows people in the industry. And I think Yabojo likes her pictures. Polo has a management company. She should just link with these people. Honestly, that's my honest opinion. So that's all I have to say. She doesn't need to be engaging in Twitter back and forth anymore. It's embarrassing. As a fan and somebody that wants her to succeed, it's not nice. It's not a good look. Let's go to this issue of yacht. So they made this statement, they released a statement that um they're going to approve 5 billion naira to get a presidential yacht for the president of Nigeria. Wait, me, I'm not a rich person, so I don't know what rich people do. I don't know if people have yachts in Nigeria. Is it yachts or yachts? Anyone in Nigeria? See, I don't even, because I don't know anything about that lifestyle, so I don't even know if it's yacht or yachts or yachts. I feel like it's yachts, like watches. So, or yachts. Anyways, as I was saying, where will they hang the yacht? Shabi anchor the yacht, or what? How do they call it? Sef? What do they say? What is the correct term for that? Is it in Nigeria that they want to go for cruise? Do they go for cruise in Nigeria? In which ocean or which sea? People cruise in Nigeria. Me, I do not know. Maybe they should tell me. So the sha budget they plan to get an approval for 5 billion naira for presidential yacht for our president. Then the news came out and people were so angry, like, and rightfully so, because the people are suffering. You removed what's it called, fuel subsidy. Everything has been so hard on people. Dollar is rising every day. Thank God it came down a little bit yesterday, but it's been on the steady rise every single day. People are suffering. I know some of you rich people, you don't come out of your bubble. You're always in your bubble. If you are not in your bubble, you are around your bubble. You don't go outside the bubble, so you don't know what's going on in the real world. You are just, you relate with your 1% of the 1%. Okay, Yeah, so I had to quickly go do some aproko. But anyways, I'm just saying, as I was saying, I would need this 1% of 1% to actually step out of their bubble, come out of that little bubble, of that reality that you've created for yourself, and you feel like that is the truth, that is the way people are living. Come out, just step out for a few days and come out to go to the mainland, go to these places that you cannot even talk about on social media. You cannot even put on the map that okay, this is a part of Lagos. It's places like Makoko, come to Ogun State, go far and near, and you see the real thing. You see the reality of people in Nigeria. So I feel like if you come out of your bubble, then you understand why Nigerians are so angry about this. Because what do you need a yacht for? I don't know. Where are you cruising to in Nigeria? That's why I asked, is there an ocean or a sea or somewhere to that they cruise in Nigeria? I don't know because I'm not part of the 1% of the 1%. I don't know. So maybe somebody can enlighten me. So when you release something like that, it comes as if it's not even as if it comes as if it is tone deaf. It is tone deaf. Considering how hard Nigerians are finding it right now to survive. It's very tone deaf. And it's ridiculous, honestly. So after the news came out, I think the backlash made them go into their offices to re-strategize, and they were like, okay, the House of Rep will not approve it. The House of Rep will add the 5 billion naira and add it to the 5.5 billion naira for the student loans and all of that. That they won't approve it. They won't approve it. And we're like, okay, good. Then a day later or 2 days later, the presidency released a statement that the news was false. There was never a 5 billion anything for any yacht. They were never planning on getting any yacht or anything like that. And we're like, why would you let a false news circulate for so long? If it was really false, why would you let it circulate? I'm thinking, why would you let a false story, why would you let it fly for so long? It should have been debunked immediately the news came out. Then yesterday another one came out and they were like, the thing is the yacht has already been purchased. Oh my god, and I'm here thinking, oh my god, what country do we live in? What sort of country is this? I don't know. I don't know. So, and this is why I talk about entertainment news, because nobody wants to be depressed with the news surrounding this country. News about this country. It's depressing. And this is why I mainly talk about entertainment. I only want to see entertainment. I don't even want to see the news. Sometimes I don't want to see the news because it just sucks. And just gets you to a state you don't want to be, an unhappy state, and so that's why I don't talk about it. But this country needs prayers. Serious prayers and serious help, honestly. Moving on. Let's move on to Real Housewives of Lagos. So episode 6 came out yesterday and I've seen it. Like I said, I always love to see a couple of times before I speak on it. So what I noticed about it is, see, I did not tell you people that they are not friends. Faith and Dr. Romo, they had their own falling out and all of that. They fell out since last episode and it spilled over to this episode. They had to sit down, they were going back and forth like that. Faith walked out of the lunch date. Dr. Romo was running after her, chasing after her, and talking. She's fake, she's this, she's that, she's till she left. And that was just crazy to watch. A man running after a woman, chasing after her and talking like that. It's just, come on, you're a man. Back off. Then, Faith's confessional look, eh? When I saw the headpiece, I was like, this lady's just so dramatic. Kilo say, she's a dramatic person in real life. So, like I said, they are not friends. And Faith made that known this episode. And she let it be known to the world, to Nigerians, and the fans of the show that we're not friends. And I feel like these things, there are things that are supposed to be said at the reunion. Yeah, like behind the scenes stuff, and she brought them to the scene. Then she showed Tiana conversation, their conversation thread, and how they started talking in December 8th of 2022 and all of that. Apparently they have the same management, and a manager was like, connect with this guy so you can introduce him to the group. Do you understand? Since Faith was already casted, so I feel like they used Faith to introduce him to the group. And I said it before, they're not friends. They're not friends because you would not talk about your friends behind their back to someone else. Imagine Chioma and Iyabo Ojo having an issue, and Iyabo is telling everybody. She'll probably call Chioma first and be like, you know what, you did something wrong and I'm going to address it, instead of going around telling people she did this, she did that to you and all of that. So that's a difference. You know the difference between a friend and, even last season when Laura and Toyin had their own issue, she called Toyin into a room and they spoke on it and they disagreed. Do you get? She didn't come around, she didn't go around telling people their business, and that is how you know the difference between a friend and somebody that you just met like 2 months ago and you brought on the show. So, and I feel like something already happened between them that did not show us. So there's more to the story. So I don't want to judge anything. I don't want to judge anyone, or I don't want to judge Dr. Roma or Faith on how they handled their business. Something happened because last week when Dr. Roma came in, Faith did not acknowledge him. So obviously something happened behind the scenes that did not show us. I would love to see that. I would love to see what happened, or maybe they should tell us. So, and Dr. Why did they even call him Dr. Rume safe? And then Tiana just was in the case yesterday. She was like, Dr. Rume. Dr. Rume. Tiana is a case, honestly. And Miriam, I don't know Miriam's problem with Laura, and I don't know why she's so invested in their friendship like that. Like, why? And she was giving hater vibes when she went for Laura's photo shoot for her lip gloss line. She went there. The moment she stepped out, she was already shading the place. Oh, there's so much noise. There's this, there's that. She entered and she brought up the issue of Faith. After she brought it up, she was like, in her confessional, she said, this is not, I didn't come here to talk about Faith. Why is she talking to me about Faith? I thought we were here to talk about PR. And I'm like, but you started the conversation. You brought Faith into this whole thing. You were talking about the lip gloss, but you brought Faith in it. So why are you trying to blame Laura for all of that? So she can be a little too much sometimes. Yeah, she can be a little too much sometimes. But I mean, that's the point of reality TV. You have to exaggerate, even if something that somebody would do to you on a normal day and you just overlook, you have to blow it out of proportion so you get some sort of screen time for that. So, and then Choma shading Laura's business, talking about her lips, is just tacky to me, because I feel like, do you mean, are you trying to say that you have to have a certain lip for lipstick before you can come out with a lip line or something like that? Or are you trying to tell me only people with a specific type of lip, or fine lips, or well defined, well shaped lips can wear lipstick? This is just crazy to me. It's tacky, it's catty, and it doesn't even make sense. Shading each other's businesses, it doesn't make sense. Imagine somebody telling Chioma that, does she know how to cook? She couldn't prepare amala. Does she know how to cook? She has a restaurant. You don't know how to cook. Why do you have a restaurant? It's crazy. Talking about her lips, I didn't know that you had to have a lip type of lip, a specific type of lip, before you have your own lip liner. It's just and seeing Miriam's personal storyline, it was actually great for me. And then I saw a little bit of Laura's storyline too. They don't really show Laura's storyline like that. They don't show her solo scenes like that. But at least they showed us something this episode, so that's fair. And I feel like this episode was just a filler episode for next episode, because next episode promises to be hot from the teaser that we saw. It's about to go down. So that's just it. I liked the little moment between Yabojo and Polo too. It was cute. So that's that on that. Then the movie recommendation I wanted to say, what's this for me? Ijogbon. It's on Netflix. A film by Akunle Afolayan. Go watch it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And then that little thread about married men dating. Married men, you guys are shameless. You guys are shameless. You guys are shameless. From the text and everything I've seen, one actually named his side chick, his daughter after his side chick. Hey, wow. I fear we no fear now. And people will be blaming the single girls. Wives, can you see? You don't need to blame single girls for your husband's cheating on you. They are the ones chasing after this girl. So it is well with your souls. You people need to change. That's all I have to say. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, like, and turn on the post notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Thanks. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.